We are down here at the old sugar shanty, and this is going to be one of the last nights that we are boiling here ever, because next year for the 2022 maple season, we'll hopefully be in the new building. So I'm gonna show you around, record it. It's bittersweet. Welcome to our sugar shanty. This is where we have been producing maple syrup for the last, my entire life. So ever since my dad started doing maple syrup on his own, this is the building we have been in. About 5 or 6 years ago now, we decided to upgrade our evaporator. We used to use a wood-fired evaporator, but honestly, that was just a lot of work with the amount of syrup that we were producing, and it takes up a ton of space, which we needed in order to use for storage for our drums. So we upgraded our wood-fired evaporator to a stainless steel oil-fired evaporator, which measures 5 by 16. How do you feel? Last season in the old shanty.
Can't wait to get out of here.
Warren loves when I follow him around with the camera to show what he's doing.
Need more paper.
All right, now that we got some more filter paper to close up the press, I can give you a closer look. So the filter press is made out of a series of waffle and hollow plates. And in between each of these plates, we put a filter press paper. So here we're not using the entire press because we don't have that much sap, so we're not going to be producing that much syrup tonight. As I stated previously, this is one of our last nights boiling, so the season is rapidly coming to an end. So we're only using a couple sections of the press. What Warren is doing now is tightening up the filter press using an air compressor. What the filter press does is it separates out solids from the liquids, so it removes any impurities or suspended solids. That way, when you get your maple syrup and you look at it in the glass, you can see right through the glass. There's no cloudiness or nothing floating around in it. This is my brother. I don't know if I've actually officially introduced him on video. So this is Warren, the mastermind behind it all. Well, and Dad, both of them. But Warren just fired up the evaporator, so we are waiting for things to heat up so we can get started. Here we are at the back of the evaporator. I figured we would start here because this is where the concentrate flows into the evaporator in order to begin the process of boiling it down to make maple syrup. So here's the back pans. The concentrate, as I've mentioned in a previous video, is what is left after the sap is run through a reverse osmosis machine, because sap as it comes out of the tree is only 2% sugar content, so there's a lot of water that needs to be removed. There's a look inside the back hood. As you can see, there's just a lot of steam that is rising, and if you are on the outside of the building looking at the building, there's always so much steam rising out of the roof, and it just smells absolutely amazing. Here we are in the front. These are the finishing pans, and the pan I'm looking at right now is pretty much maple syrup. So this is the very last pan that the syrup reaches before it is then drawn off and is actual maple syrup. As you walk around the evaporator here, you can see that there is some syrup currently drawing off out of the finishing pan. It is going into a tub, so there's actually 2 tubs right here side by side. They both hold 35 gallons of syrup. So there's 2 valves at the bottom of each tub. What happens is we fill one tub, make sure it is all set and ready to go to the filter press. Once it's ready for the filter press, we will open the valve at the bottom of the one drum and keep the other valve closed until it is ready to go to the filter press. From the filter press, the maple syrup then travels to our stainless steel drums. So our stainless steel drums hold 40 gallons of syrup, and this is where the finished product is, and it is ready to sell. What's the buzzer for?
What buzzer? I don't hear no buzzer.
Dad said the buzzer is for halftime, like when you're at a sporting event. Or it's just an alarm clock, keeps you awake. So you don't burn the syrup. Burn the pans, right, Warren?
Yep. You burned them last time you were boiling syrup. Remember? Someone else pointed it out.
He likes to tell people I burned them, when in reality, it was this guy.
You're not a very good photographer. All the good stuff you miss.
What's your sweatshirt say?
That syrup in there.
Turn around. That's much better. This season for us has not been very well. The weather has not treated us right. And so we only made about, I don't even think we're 2/3 of the way there of what we typically make. So all these barrels right behind me here are completely empty. So it's been a tough year. This season was really short and quick. This is one of our last nights in the old sugar shanty. We are hoping though to at least get one more night of boiling because the temperatures are going to freeze again and then warm up. We did shut off a few of our woods, but we have 2 left that we're still producing, and we're hoping that they will produce for another day or 2 so that way we can boil again and have one final night in the sugar shanty. But in case that doesn't happen, I just am going to take a quick look around, check out these chandeliers, because once we're out of the sugar shanty, these puppies are going to be taken apart to make new ones. Thank you so much for tuning in. We absolutely love sharing a part of our lives with you guys.